Hey pals, welcome back to another yoga video. Welcome back to my living room. So today I made a short yoga practice that is all about the low back. So if you have low back pain like most people do, then this might be the video for you. So you can put on some yoga clothes, roll out your yoga mat. All you need is a mat for this practice unless you have any additional props that you want. And we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so we're gonna start today in child's pose. A wonderful place to start. So, for this first child's pose, you can take the knees almost as wide as your mat. And then sitting back on the heels, we'll slowly make our way down. Allowing the forehead to rest on the mat, melting the heart forward, relaxing the neck and shoulders, and crawling the hands forward. So, find a child's pose. Does anyone else have like seasonal allergies right now? The weather's so nice, but it's that time. All right, so let's take a deep breath in here. Full exhale out. And just begin to notice sensations in your body. So notice where in your body today you're feeling the stretch the most. For me personally, I feel it in my hips and inner thighs the most today. But as you might know, child's pose is a delight for the low back. So let's take about 5 to 8 breaths here. We'll spend some time. So on each inhale in, think about taking a deep breath. Exhale, think about pushing out all the air. 5 to 8 breaths. So we're slowing down the breath and telling the nervous system that we can chillax. If you lose track of your breaths here, no worries, just go with the flow. Maybe here you start to notice anything that might be popping up in your mind. And I encourage you to welcome those thoughts. And let them pass by without analyzing them. Easier said than done. But if you have a thought, just notice it. Say hello there, thought. And watch it pass by like a cloud in the sky. Let's take 3 to 4 more breaths here in child's pose. If it's becoming a little bit much for you, you can come out of it too. But we'll stay here for another few breaths in our little cocoon. Just letting those thoughts pass by. I think in yoga and meditation, there's a misconception that you need to empty your mind completely, that you're not allowed to have any thoughts. And while that would be great, the human brain isn't designed for that. So it's okay to have thoughts. The idea is just to take your power back. I like to think of it that way. Just got dark in here all of a sudden. And there's the sun. Take your power back from those thoughts. All right, so on your next inhale in, if you're ready to come back up, we'll peel the nose up to look at the hands. And we'll come up to all fours. I actually have a notebook in front of me today, guys, which, if you know me, you know that that doesn't usually happen. All right, so we're gonna come to all fours to table. So You know what I'm gonna say about the elbows. Make sure that you're not hyperextending, so we'll turn the eyes of the elbows or the creases of the elbows in to face each other. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the belly button in towards the spine to create length in the back. Sometimes that confuses people. I'll explain that a little bit more. So when I say pull the belly button in, we want to tilt that abdominal wall in to create length in the spine so that we're not sinking our belly down. And we'll have the knees stacked under the hips. And for your arms, we want to have the elbows over the wrists, shoulders over the elbows. So everything is in a nice alignment. And now you're in a beautiful alignment for table pose. Good job. Congratulations. All right. I'd be very proud of you. If I were with you in person right now, I'd say, good job. All right. So we're going to move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So if you know what cat-cow is, feel free to get started. We'll start by inhaling in, dropping the belly down, lifting the heart. Bend in the spine. And on your exhale, we'll draw the chin towards the chest, pull the belly in like a Halloween cat. Exhale out. Now move with your breath. So we'll undulate the spine with the breath. Isn't that a great verb for this, undulate? It's like that word was made for this pose. Again, my cat is nowhere to be found while I'm making this. I wish he would join us, but he might be napping. All right, so usually I would say for cat-cow between 5 and 8 is a good number for your own personal practice if you've been doing yoga at home. If your wrists are screaming at you, you can come to fists, or you can roll up your yoga mat a few times under your hands to give yourself some cushiness. So let's do a few more. Let's do, I don't know how many, maybe 3 more. I'm kind of bad at keeping track, but all is well. All right, let's take one more. Big breath in, maybe the deepest breath you've taken all day. And exhale out. Very nice. We'll bring it back to table. And now from here, we're gonna circle the ribs around. I cannot believe I'm about to do this on the internet. Circle the ribs around. You're lucky you're in the privacy of your own home right now, but this is going on the internet. Circle the ribs around. So we're gonna bring the ribs forward towards the hands and then back towards the heels. We're just making a circle around. Don't think too hard about it. Maybe you inhale as you move forward and you exhale on your way back. Maybe pausing where it feels good. Be mindful of the elbows. Keep a little softness in the elbows. Let's switch directions and go the other way. All right. Fun. Well, I hope you guys have been having a good week. I'm filming this on a Sunday. It's the end of spring break. We've actually had some very nice weather lately. It's been nice to go out for walks and things, so hopefully you're doing that, getting some fresh air. All right, one more. And then bringing it back to table. All right, so from here, check it out. We're gonna tuck the toes, walk the hands forward a little bit. Tuck the toes and then come up like you're gonna come into down dog, but not quite. We're gonna walk the feet forward, take several steps to walk the feet to the top of your mat. And we're gonna come to a forward fold. You can keep, I'm gonna move back. You can keep a pretty generous bend in the knees here in this forward fold. For our first one, relax the head and neck down. Take a few breaths here. I'm looking down at my knees and I can just see all the cat hair that's sticking to my leggings right now. That's what happens when you're home with your pets. It's fairy dust. All right, so you can stay right here in forward fold, or you can take the arms to cradle arms and sway from side to side to take a ragdoll. Lovely, lovely, lovely one for the low back here. So make sure you're pressing into all four corners of the feet. You don't want to lose your balance here. You can also let the arms just hang too. Sometimes that can be nice. Kind of let them sway with the momentum. All right. Remember to breathe. And we'll do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. I just thought about, did any of you ever see iCarly where he's like 5, 4, 3, 2? All right, we're gonna bend the knees a lot. You can give a little bounce if you like. And we're gonna come all the way up to stand. Maybe take a back bend. Exhale the hands to the heart. I can see right now that I'm not completely in the thing because I put my phone on its side to record this time. I think you guys get the idea though. We're not doing that much with standing today, so yeah, it's fine. Okay. I was referring to my list. All right, so let's come back to mountain. You can step the feet about hip distance apart. Lift the heart, tuck the chin slightly to elongate the neck. I don't know if you can see that, tuck the chin. And think about the crown of the head being lifted up towards the ceiling. We'll take a few breaths here and enjoy the stillness. Take a few deep breaths. Sun keeps coming out and then disappearing again. All right. All right, let's take one more breath here. Exhale out through the mouth to sigh. And then we'll inhale in again, maybe bouncing the knees, reach up high, maybe a little back bend. Exhale all the way down and find a forward fold. Again, you can keep a pretty generous bend in the knees here if you like. Inhale and we'll come up to a halfway lift. So roll the shoulders back and away from your ears, come up with a flat back, relax the neck. That was a mouthful. Try not to lock the knees, keep a little softness in them. Exhale down. All right, this time we'll bend the knees a lot so that we can take the hands down to the mat. And from here, we'll walk it back. You can find a down dog or you can come to a plank. So if you're coming to a plank, it'll be just like in table where we have the wrists under the elbows, shoulders over the elbows. That was a bad way of explaining that. Pull the belly button in. Sorry, I'm doing a plank. All right, maybe you feel a little shakiness. We'll hold it for 3. Remember to breathe. 2. Almost done. Lower down on the 1. You can come all the way down onto your belly. Maybe take a cobra or up dog here. So we'll hug the elbows in towards the sides. Peel the heart up off of the mat. Keep the head and neck neutral. So keep the head and neck looking down at the mat for cobra pose. If you're gonna come up to up dog, we'll press into the hands. We'll come up to upward facing dog. So your choice can be in whatever back bend you choose. Inhale in, and on your next exhale, we'll tuck the toes under, press up and back, and find a downward facing dog. All right. Maybe pedaling out the legs here. All right, from here I have something extra special today. I don't know if I've ever even taught this pose in any of my in-person classes before, but it's a good one. So from down dog here, we're gonna sink the knees down towards the mat, bend the knees. We're gonna come into puppy pose, which is, it is such a delight. So you can come down first onto the forearms. I'm gonna give you multiple options for this. So we'll keep the knees under the hips. So you can stay right here, or you can start to sink the hips back towards the heels, stick your butt into the air, and you can relax the forehead down to the mat. If it doesn't reach comfortably, you can use a towel or a pillow or some kind of prop that you have around your house for this to rest your head on. So this is puppy pose or heart to earth pose. So it's a heart opener, and it's also just so wonderful for the back. So let's take a few breaths here. If this is horrible and uncomfortable for you, don't do it. You can take down dog, you can take child's pose, find whatever feels right. I'm just throwing out suggestions for you. So if you can feel free to modify anything however you need. All right, let's take a few more deep breaths here in puppy pose. Heart to earth. And please forgive me if my cueing of this isn't like top notch yet. It's a new one for me to teach. I'll take one more breath here. All right, I'm going to have to come out. I'll come back up onto the forearms. Make our way to all fours. And from here, we're going to come onto our backs. Oh, yes. So, make your way onto your back. And we'll start here by taking the feet out to the edges of the mat and drop the knees in for constructive rest. Take a breath or two here. And maybe you place a hand on the belly here to really get into those deep belly breaths. Heck yeah. From here, let's heel toe the feet in. We're going to come into bridge. So we'll keep the feet about hip distance apart. Press into all four corners of the feet. See if you can snuggle your shoulder blades underneath of you so you can feel them on the mat. Doesn't that feel good? All right. Relax the hands down so that the hands are flat against the mat. We're going to press into the feet and use the glutes and the core to lift us up on an inhale and come to bridge. Very nice. On your exhale, slowly lower back down. We're going to repeat this a few times. If you wish to take a block or like a firm pillow, if you have one, and place it under your low back and just stay there, that's also an option as well. It's a nice option. So go for it if you've got makeshift props you want to try. Otherwise, we'll move through it as a flow a few more times. So inhale in, lift the hips off the floor. Exhale, slowly lower down. Let's do one more. It's a nice workout for the glutes too. You know, leg day or whatever. So press into the feet. Inhale, lift the hips. On your exhale, gingerly, slowly lower down. Very nice. You can take a few more repetitions of that if you like. Otherwise, we'll hug the knees in towards the chest. And you can take any pose you might want to before we come into Shavasana. Otherwise, if you heard the word Shavasana and you're like, yes, girl, you can extend the legs long or come to a resting posture that feels good to you. Relax the arms. You can snuggle the shoulders under again if they deviated from where they were. And I'll go through some of the most common places we hold tension. So relax your eyes, your eyebrows, the space between your eyes. Relax that space. Relax the jaw. Let the tongue come off the roof of the mouth. Notice if that's where it was. Sometimes it's there when we're talking to ourselves. Relax the shoulders. Relax the hips and the low back. And you can take as many deep breaths here in Shavasana as you like. And whenever you are ready to be done, you can pause the video here if you like. Take a few more breaths. Whenever you're ready, you can make your way back up to a seat. And the kitty has finally joined us, so I'll get to show you him here. Come here, Leo. You gonna come here or are you gonna be stubborn? He's chosen the latter. All right, so to end, we'll come to a seat and I will flip you to accommodate. See him? Ain't he cute? All right, everybody. So, there you go. Keeping it real. All right, come to a comfortable seat. That's like the third or fourth time I've said that. And sitting up tall, bringing the hands to the heart. I'd like you to maybe think of something that made you smile this week. I think I said this in the last video I made, but think of something that made you smile. And it's really the simplest things. So, you know, maybe you saw your friend sent you a funny meme, or, you know, maybe you saw some crocuses blooming outside, or, you know, maybe your pet decided to join you for yoga. I don't know, but whatever made you smile, think about that. And we'll leave with that today. So I miss you all very much, hope you're doing well if you're somebody watching this who I don't see regularly, or maybe you're a stranger, but you know, now we're friends. But to all my students out there, I miss you very much. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're hanging in there. And I look forward to making another video for you soon. And we'll end today by saying namaste. So namaste to you all. And Leo says namaste too. See you next time. Bye-bye.